Hello, and welcome to Bee Sweeper. It's like Minesweeper, but with bees. I don't like that it doesn't full screen like properly, but we'll just hit start. So R to try again, escape to go to menu. This is to uncover, this is the flag. Okay. Game over. Try again. One of these two, but definitely both of these. Definitely both of these. Definitely both of these. So that one's not it. Definitely that. And go get that one. And we win. So then we up the B amount to the max. What I'll do is each grid size and then minimum, maximum, unless they're like extremely hard for whatever reason. Okay. I'll have to keep pressing the F11 thing. Why was there... Okay. That's why. Because it was the wrong map. That has to be one, which means that can't be one. That one has to be one, which means neither of these can be one. That has to be one. That has to be one. That one can't be one. Those two are, so that one can't. So we won. I don't like that escape is back to the main menu because it messes me up. Because I have to hit F11 each time, but it's fine. That one has to be one. These ones have to be one, which means that one isn't one. We'll just go with that one. Okay, it means that one has to be. That one can't be. Just go with that. I think Minesweeper is kind of random. It's the only thing I don't like about Minesweeper is because it's like randomly generated. Um, and you don't have any starting point. You could just click and there'd be a bee on your first click or a mine. And then you can't be certain that every possibility definitely leads you to like there's a sure path. Because sometimes you just end up where you don't know. So either you click randomly or you click completely different spot and hope you don't randomly hit something. So that's one. Which means neither of those are one. That's one, so that's not one. That one has to be one. That one can't be one. That one has to be one. That one has to be one. That one can't be one. That one has to be one. Can't be. Get all the definites for sure's. So let's do that now. Has to be. Can't be. Can't be. Have no clue on any of these. These ones have to be. That one can't be then. That one can't be. We'll go with that one. We're just gonna hit max with the 1/4. I like that it does it in fourths though, because it means that no matter what, the bigger ones will get harder. Those ones can't be. That one has to be. Those ones can't be. And yet somehow it's easier when there's more because it also restricts itself. Of course, we're still going to end up in situations where there is no right or wrong answer because it's too random for that. but it's gonna happen just a tad bit less. Than before. Let's see, this one has to be like that. This one has to be all three. None of the ones touching this one can be. None of the ones touching this one can be. This one has to be, meaning nothing touching that can be, meaning nothing touching this can be. Nothing touching this can be. That one has to be. Nothing touching this can be. Nothing touching that can be. Nothing touching that can be. Nothing touching that can be. Touching that can be. That one has to be. Nothing touching that can be. These ones have to be, meaning that one can't be. That one has to be, meaning neither of these can be, meaning none of these three can be. That one can't be. That one has to be. That one can't be. These ones can't be. Has to be. Has to be. Has to be. Has to be. Can't be. Has to be. Can't be. 2, 3, 4 have to be. Hate that situation. Hate that situation. Hate that situation. Okay. 4 touching this one can't be. Hate that situation. Okay. So out of these and these, this is the most likely to be one. Out of these, there is no most likely. Out of these, that one can't be. I just realized that, which means we have 4 here and that ends up like that, which is unfortunate. 3 are touching this one now, though, so we can do that, but now with that, which is unfortunate. This one is only touching 2, which means any of these could be the flag. Really, now we can only just click a random one and hope for the best. Perfect. Because that, which means that, and that, which means that. And then we look at this one has to be. And this one has to be, which means that one can't be. Neither of these can be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I don't remember how many bombs there are, I'm gonna be honest. Damn it, there's no solution again. Okay, so with these two, with this one of these two has to be it, meaning neither of these two can be it. Because they would have been touching the 2, but that was wrong, wasn't it? That was an incorrect assumption. Okay, let's try one more time and then we're gonna get off of this game. Well, unless I get absolutely nothing. Just over and over again. Practically no empty spaces. Basically, if it ends super quickly, I'm not going to count it. So okay, so this is a good run. So far, at least. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be good. It can't be, that one can't be. This one, both of these have to be, so that one can't be. For this one, both of these have to be. This one's already touching that, so that one can't be. This can only touch that one, that one's touching both of those, so we can do that. This has to be both of these. Okay. And then if we do this one, it has to be both of these. And this is already touching those two, that's touching those two, so we can get rid of this one. All of these can be gotten rid of. Yeah. That one has to be that one. These ones have to be these ones. Since that one's solid. That one's solid. That has to be that. I know I'm not exactly explaining what I mean by some of that. But like, for example, this one. The only thing it's touching are these three, so these three have to be it. And this is the same situation. But while this one is touching 4, and so it's not the same situation. But this one is only touching those ones. Okay. You look around a little bit. This one could go to either of these ones. This one could go to any of these three. Most likely, if you see ones like this, the one they're touching in the middle will be it. So I'm going to assume that that's the case. And I was wrong. Okay, one more time. I'm having fun with this. I like Minesweeper. I'm not really good at Minesweeper, but I like Minesweeper. And you might think I'm good at this if you're bad at Minesweeper, but that's not the case. There we go. I just have watched Aliens Rock play a lot of Minesweeper, and so I picked some of it up, which is mainly just saying stuff like, uh, this can't be and this has to be. That's pretty much. Once you've started saying that, you've figured enough out to not need to worry about it. All of these have to be. That one can't be. Those ones have to be. This one's touching 3, so that one has to be. I like the, instead of cube, or instead of squares or circles or anything, the hexagons. The hexagons are very satisfying with Minesweeper. And it keeps you thinking, regardless of if you want to be thinking or not. Which is a plus because it kind of unintentionally forces you to continue thinking. Which, what was I saying about that? It makes you enjoy it more in a weird way. Of it just is how it shakes out. It has to be, so we're good there. That one's touching 3, so we're good there. That one's touching 2, so we're good there. That one's touching 2, so we're good there. And there. This one has to be here and here. So that one's touching that, so that's good and that's good. That one's touching that, so that one's good. That one's touching that, so all of these are good. It has to be there. That one's touching 2. This one has to touch 2. Now that one's touching 2. Now that one's touching 1. That one's already touching 1, so we put that there. Has to touch 2, so that goes there, and that can be disappeared. That one's touching 4 already, so that can go away. That one has to be there, so that's solid there and there. Has to touch 3, so both of those have to be 1. That one has to be 1. None of those can be 1. That one has to be 1. That can't be it. These can't be it. These can't, because that one's touching. These can't, because that one's touching. That one has to have 2, which means that one's touching that. This one has to touch 2, so that one has to be 1. That one has to be 1, meaning that's touching it, and that's touching it. This one has to touch 2, so that one has to be 1. Meaning that one's touching 2, meaning that one has to be empty. That one's already touching 2, so those ones are good, and these 3 are good. That was weird. That one has to be there, meaning that one is good. This one has to touch 2, which is only those ones. That one's already touching 2 because of that. This one's already touching 1. This one has to touch 2, meaning that one's 1. Has to touch 4, meaning that one's 1. This one has to be 1. These ones have to be 1. That one has to be 1, meaning that one's not 1, and these ones aren't 1. Nice. That one's not 1. That one's not 1. That one has to be 1. That one. Just like that. I wish it told me how many bombs and how many I've marked are. That one can't be 1. It has to be 1. That one has to be 1, so the 2 can't be 1. That one has to be 1, and that one has to be 1. So that one can't be 1. These ones can't be 1. That one can't be 1. That one has to be 1. These ones aren't 1. These ones have to be 1, 2. Okay. This one's the only one that satisfies all 3, but there could also be 1 here and 1 here. But this one can't be 1 already, and this one has to be 1 because of that. I mean, that one's not 1. That one's not 1 because of that, and that one's not 1 because of that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This one's already touching 4, so we can get rid of that. This one's touching 1, 2, 3. So one of these 2 has to be 1. Trying to think of what does and doesn't have to be 1. So one of these 2 has to be 1, but that doesn't help us any. One of these 3 has to be 1, and one of these 3 has to be 1, and one of these 2 has to be 1. But they don't all have to be 1. Okay. So if this one is bomb, then this one isn't, and this one has to be. That doesn't hurt anything. But if this one is a bomb, we get rid of both of those, and it doesn't hurt anything. Just an issue for me. This one's a bomb. Neither of these 2 can be, but this one can be, which means we're good. This one's a bomb. Neither of these ones can be, which means we're good. This one's a bomb. This one can't be a bomb, which means this one has to be a bomb, which is still solid. The only thing I can do at this point is guess. So I'm trying to figure out which guess is optimal. For example, I know that if this has to have two, so it's probably not this one. That doesn't mean it isn't this one. But if this one is empty, and this one's a bomb, then this one is empty. And one of these two is a bomb. But there's so many options and there's no real way to know. I'm going to do the opposite of the smart decision. I'm going to make this a 50-50 decision. One of these two is a bomb, or B. There we go. Okay. Is 1/4 or 1/9 more bees? You would think a fourth of it being filled with bees is more bees than a ninth of it being filled with bees. You'd be right. So let's do a ninth because it's so much easier. Just as a real quick thing, as a probably a give me victory. That and that means that one's not. None of these are. That one definitely is, and that one definitely is. That one is means these two aren't. Which means that one is, which means that one isn't, which means that one is, which means that one isn't, which means that one is, which means these ones aren't. That one is, which means that one isn't. That one's not, that one's not. And that one's not. That one is, which that one's not, which means that one is. These ones aren't. That one is, which means that one isn't. These ones aren't. That one has to be. That one has to be. Those ones can't be. That one can't be. That one has to be. That one can't be. Those ones can't be. That one has to be. That one can't be. Has to be. 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 Has to be. Can't be. Can't be. Has to be. Has to be. Can't be. Can't be. Can't be. You win. Okay. And that was Bee Sweeper. So, if there's an, I'll see you in the next bee game.